In the years between 2011 and 2017, the BLS noted 46 deaths in the United States due to the inhalation of hydrogen sulfide. This was second only to carbon monoxide in deaths related to chemical exposure. Many of you may remember some writings in the early part of industrial hygiene and the development by Dr. Alice Hamilton, and she described fatal work injuries from acute hydrogen sulfide poisonings all the way back in her groundbreaking book in the 20s called Industrial Poisons in the United States. But if you're trying to do research on H2S poisonings, you'll quickly find out that there's no code for H2S poisonings in the International Classification of Diseases 9th revision. Therefore, it's really difficult to get classifications on the cause of death being H2S from vital reports and records. So I went back and did some research for this presentation and looked at OSHA investigation reports from the period of 1984 to 1994, just looking for the mention of hydrogen sulfide. And what I found was there were 80 fatalities from hydrogen sulfide across 57 instances. 19 fatalities and 36 injuries came from co-workers attempting to rescue their fallen comrades. Now, in 60% of the time, OSHA issued violations of the respiratory protection standard and the confined space standard, 60% of the time in the noted fatalities. In each fatality, the use of hydrogen sulfide detection equipment, supplied air respirators, and confined space safety training would have prevented most of the fatalities. Unfortunately, like I said earlier, I've been involved in H2S instances that have led to the deaths of workers. This session will examine those instances and how often an unknown, overlooked, and misunderstood passage from OSHA's Respiratory Protection Standard, 29 CFR 1910-134, if that had been implemented by the companies involved, the lives of their workers would have been saved. The first incident involves the routine action of tank gauging crude oil storage tanks, and we included that in PEC Learn's H2S Clear as a case study. The second incident involves a line breaking accident that killed 2 workers and sent 4 to the hospital. In both instances, OSHA cited the contractor companies for failures to implement an effective respiratory protection program with regards to atmospheres that were deemed to be immediately dangerous to life and health, or commonly known by the acronym IDLH.